Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Pop's Reviews. Just wanting to wish you a Happy New Year for 2019, and hopefully I will have more reviews coming down the pike. I see probably a lot of books coming and reviews and that I want to do, but there are a lot of games, miniature games coming, future Kickstarters, and so I have a lot of things coming. I just didn't have any time over the holidays, but I finally was able to have some time here, and I thought I'd do a little different review on a different kind of book. And so yeah, let's get into this. First thing I want to mention, actually today was a passing of Mean Gene Okerlund. I'm a WWE wrestling fan from back in the day, and Mean Gene was just an awesome character for interviews. He was just a true professional, and he'll be sadly missed. Yeah, as much as, the wrestlers did all the wrestling he did a lot to get the wrestlers ready for their matches, and, just interview-wise, he was just a professional. So, R.I.P. Mean Gene. So I just wanted to say that before I got my video started. Alright, so today I'll be reviewing. I've been on a kind of a kung fu kick recently, and just been looking around at movies and books, comic books, miniature games, and so just over the holidays I was able to purchase a book, and it's called The Ultimate Guide to Martial Arts Movies of the 1970s. It has 500 plus films loaded with action, weapons, and warriors. And it's a book by Dr. Craig D. Reed. So I saw this book on Amazon. Hopefully you can see this here in the shot here. Not too glary. But yeah, I got this book off Amazon. I was kind of searching for kung fu books because I had purchased something and I had some leftover money. So I thought, let me seek out something that was kind of kung fu related, and I kind of came across this. So at first I thought it was more of a book about movie reviews for kung fu movies type thing, but it's not really the case exactly. I'll get into it a little bit. And the first thing I want to say about this book, though, Amazon, it came like this here, and there's actually, if we open it up here, there's some page ripping here that I'm not too pleased about. So yeah, if you could see here, just hang on a sec. You could see, there's some page ripping here from the shipping. So I'm not too pleased about that. I mean, if this was a book that I was really collecting, I'd probably be a little more frustrated with it. But for what it is, I might just let it slide. But I'm still thinking about it if I should return it back or not. But that is very disappointing for Amazon shipping. Okay, so with that out of the way, so this book, it covers, just on the back here, we just read some of the notation, just how many Bruce Lees are there. Did you know some kung fu films have more than 40 minutes of fight scenes? More than 19 countries made martial arts films in the 1970s, and that's what this book is about. It's about 1970s kung fu movies that this author kind of went over. It talks about, you may know the Bruce exploitation and black exploitation. What about the Sioux exploitation? What kung fu star had to bite off the head of a live lizard? So this is a book. It goes over, like it says, it has 500 plus martial arts movies, and it's made by I don't want to say reviewed, but this author, Dr. Craig D. Reed, he is I'll just read here. He's one of America's most respected martial arts film historians and critics. In 1979, he became the first regular Caucasian American stuntman in Chinese kung fu movies and kung fu TV soap operas in Taiwan. And since then has accrued credits as a screenwriter, fight choreographer, kung fu scholar, television personality, and university and guest martial artist lecturer. So this is a person. He's been involved with Black Belt magazine, and if you read some of his story, he had a run-in with cystic fibrosis, and I believe in like 1979, and his first kung fu movie he watched was Way of the Dragon, or Return of the Dragon, starring Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, and I think that turned his life around into kung fu movies and watching him. So he's, you would, think a decent authority on kung fu movies and that. So I thought, oh, this is pretty cool. Let me, get this book here. And like I said, this is a book pertaining to 1970s martial arts movies. Now, the author here, he talks about, okay, so first off, if you look into the book, like there's pictures from kung fu movies, but they're mostly from Shaw Brothers movies, because I guess that's what he was only able to get the rights for, was the Shaw Brothers movies. So if you look, lots of Shaw Brothers pictures from their movies. I don't think he was able to get anything from Golden Harvest and whatnot, but I mean, there's so much movies from Shaw Brothers themselves, so that's fine. So yeah, and how this book is basically, he has this Dr. Craig Reed. He's taken martial arts, so I guess he would be an authority on martial arts because he's taken it for years and received black belts and whatnot. So he's, I guess, an authority, you could say, on martial arts movies, and he's watched, I guess, over 500 plus. That's in this book here. So. Yeah, but the way he goes about it, though, I'm not really kind of feeling the book. Like I respect this book. This is a book, like, it has a lot of information. Like, so if you look here, so it says the Invincible Iron Palm. Well, first, maybe I'll show you something here first. So here's a movie that I like here called The Secret Rivals. Sorry about the glare. Secret Rivals is starring John Liu here and Wang Jiang Li, otherwise known as Silver Fox in some of these movies here. So this book, we'll look at this movie here. It'll tell you different names that this movie would go by and the year it's made in, and it will tell you, who's starring in it and what type of martial arts background, or how much training sequences are in this movie, and how many fights are in this movie, and how much martial arts, how much does martial arts take of the movie. So if we look up Secret Rivals here, so let's look it up here and see what he would say about it. So at first I really thought this was like a review, or a review, or like recommendation of yay or nay to watch this movie or not, and it doesn't really go into that area. He's more critiquing on the characters or the personalities that are doing the martial arts in the movie, if they're if it's real or not, type of thing, and but he doesn't really give, a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a 5-star, 4 out of 5 stars or anything like that. It's just more of a critique. So I'll just go to what he says about Secret Rivals here, and I'll give you just on that here, and you can get an idea. So here it is. I found it here. So here's Secret Rivals. Okay, so he has, so it says 1976 Hong Kong. 85-minute film. Then the character, the stars in it, Tommy Lee, Zhang Quan, or those are, that's the directors, I believe. And then there's the Knot and Lot, that's the training sequences in the movie. So there's 12 training sequences at 8 minutes and 45 seconds total in the movie. And the number of fights are 22, and then the LOF is the how many, I guess, the minutes of fighting. So it's 21 minutes and 17 seconds of fighting. and then it gives you the stars in the movie, and then so I'll just read kind of something that it has here. So just for this particular one, it says The Secret Rivals was the breakout film for three relatively new important actors in the martial arts genre of the 1970s. John Liu, a flexible Taekwondo specialist who kicks well only with his right foot. Huang Jiang Li, a highly skilled Taekwondo fighter known for powerful kicks who kicks well with both feet. And Wang Do, a relatively proficient Taekwondo stylist, also well schooled. And Hong Jia Kung Fu, who does no kicks in this film. So basically, and then it kind of, he kind of tells a little bit about the movie, and then he kind of tells more about like how they fight and their abilities in that, but he doesn't really go into like, is this a good movie or is this a bad movie? So, and like, there's a lot, this movie, I liked the fighting. I liked that, John Liu and Silver Fox, Huang Jiang Li, they're both kickers. I'm a fan of the guys that kick lots and stuff. So for me, it was a really good movie. And then he gives like a martial arts percentage for the movie, and it said 35.33% of the movie is martial arts. And then he also gives different names, like it goes by Enter the Silver Fox Rivals, Secret Rivals, Northern Leg, and Southern Fist. So he gives all this information about the movie, but then there's no real rating. And I think that kind of takes away from the book a little bit. Maybe he didn't want to rate it personally, or I'm not real sure why. He doesn't really say why in the book. Maybe it's for you to find out for yourself. He does give a rating at the back of the book of 20 movies that he liked before making this book, and then 20 movies after the book, what he liked after. But yeah, it's I mean, there's a lot of resource and knowledge in this book, lots of pictures from the Shaw Brothers movies and whatnot. So it truly is a wealth of knowledge book, but it's not a review book per se, or not a ratings book. It's knowledge of some of the characters or the actors and actresses in these movies, and just a lot of information within the movie, but not really giving you a full detailed review of the movie type thing. So I don't know. So for this, like, if you are a huge martial arts fan, I mean, it's something I would definitely get. I mean, I got it. It's not something you read from cover to cover, obviously. Or if you want to do it that way, go ahead. But it's more of a kind of like search and find a movie and see what it says. And it's too bad there wasn't a rating system, because I'd probably maybe I would read it from cover to cover to see, okay, this movie is a 5-star movie, so I want to see this right away, or something like that, but it doesn't have that type of rating system, so you kind of just maybe glance at the movie and see, okay, it has 35% martial arts in the movie, so maybe I might watch it because there's 35% martial arts in the movie. So it's a good book. I'd rate it, if I had to rate it out of 5, I'd probably give it maybe a 4, or 3.8 kind of thing out of 5, just because it's not giving you the review or the thumbs up or the 5-star kind of deal of the different movies. But for the knowledge and the information that's in this, I mean, this is a crazy wealth of knowledge. So, if you're really into this, it's definitely worth a pickup. I think I got it for, I think it was $25 off Amazon. So if this is something that you are really interested in, I know there's people that do these online and probably maybe do a little better per se. But if you want an actual physical hard copy of something, I mean, this is not too bad to have in your home. So definitely worth the purchase. And so again, thanks for watching my reviews, and hopefully I have something new coming soon. And yeah, so again, thanks for supporting my channel. If you have any comments or questions, leave you can leave it down in the comment section, and hopefully I get back to you. And again, thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.